Okay, number 48. Let's get the cotangent of the parentheses by itself. So divide both sides by 12. So cotangent theta plus 11 pi over 6 equals 4 root 3 divided by 12. 4 divided by 12 is 3. So root 3 over 3. Root 3 over 3 is the same thing as 1 over square root of 3. So I'm looking for the cotangent of something equal to root 3 over 3. I can figure that out by also determining, well, where is the tangent, like where is the inverse tangent of square root of 3 over 1. Okay, so cotangent and tangent are reciprocals. So if I take the reciprocal of what I'm looking for and use the reciprocal identity, I can work that out. So tangent inverse root 3 over 1 is going to be talking about a pi over 3 angle. So I'm looking for pi over 3 angles. And I have positive values. So I'm looking for where on the cotangent curve, pi over 3 angles, where I have a positive 1 over root 3. Cotangent curve from 0 to 2 pi. So positive answers. And we know we're looking at pi over 3s. So not drawn well there, but pi over 3 here. We have 2 pi over 3 in blue. Pi is 3 pi over 3. We have a 4 pi over 3 in blue. 5 pi over 3 in blue, and then 2 pi would be 6 pi. So tangent's equal to root 3 at pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. That means cotangent's equal to root 3 over 3 at pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. Those are quadrant 1 and 3 angles. Okay, where tangent, the x and y are both positive or both negative, so the tangent and cotangent are both positive values in quadrants 1 and 3. And so I can take my inverse cotangent both sides and get these two blue numbers, and then I can keep going with this problem. So now I have theta plus 11 pi over 6 is equal to these two numbers, pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. Then I need to subtract 11 pi over 6 from both. So we're actually going to take this graph that I drew and we're going to shift it to the left pi over 6. So both of these values are going to go to the left by almost 2 pi. And so we'll get some negative numbers for our answers. So subtract 11 pi over 6 from both sides. And then just to help with some conversions here, pi over 3 is the same as 2 pi over 6. 4 pi over 3 is the same thing as 8 pi over 6. So multiply the top and bottom by 2. So what I really have is 2 pi over 6 minus 11 pi over 6, which is negative 9 pi over 6, or negative 3 pi over 2. And 8 pi over 6 minus 11 pi over 6 is negative 3 pi over 6, which is negative pi over 2. So that those 2 points that were in blue got shifted to the left by 11 pi over 6 and ended up at negative 3 pi over 2 and negative pi over 2.